Hi everyone, I'm Suzanne Lively. Welcome to A Lively Perspective. On this channel, I share with you my love of homeschooling and my passion for everything book related. Today's video is going to be a come along and bind with me video. And what that means is I bought a Proclick P50 and I am going to show you how I bind some curriculum that I've purchased. Curriculum that I purchased since I did my curriculum binding video, which I'll link above. And in that video, I showed you all the curriculum that I had taken to a printer and had bound. And I have to say, after I posted that video, I really started to question if I should invest in my own binding system. And I did a little research and I came across Jessica's video on the Proclick, and that's Jessica from the Waldock Way. And she did a video on how easy it was to use and explain the Proclick. I'm going to link that video down below because she just explains it so perfectly. And I couldn't best that, nor do I want to try. So the link is below. But since that video, I've purchased a couple more pieces of curriculum, and then I printed off some that I still had on my computer that I purchased the last couple of years. I'm going to share those with you in this video and take you along as I bind some of this curriculum. Now I have 4 pieces, I think, 4 or 5 pieces here I'm going to show you. I've never done anything like this, so I'm just going to go ahead and see how much I have to cut out in the end, probably. I thought I would start with a smaller one in terms of pages. Now I bought the spines that will hold up to 85 sheets, and that was because Jessica in her video said this is the one that she used the most. So I'm going to pull one. Oh, I already have one out. So we'll take that. The first thing I'm going to do is I actually have my laminator plugged in. I think you can see part of it here. And I'm going to laminate the covers for the curriculum I'm going to show you. The first one is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone Unit Study. And this is for the first book. And this is from Build Your Own Library. It is so simple. This is an 8x11 laminating sheet, and I just bought these Amazon Basics. They're amazing. And I stuck that in there. Now I'm just going to have it go through the laminating machine. Now this is going to be the cover for this study, and I want the covers laminated. We have one cover. Now the next one is, I purchased this program, a Kids Printer for young preneurs. This one has all the information in it, and this is the workbook. So I'm going to laminate those 2 covers. And the cat is eating, crunching away in the background. Oh. And that's what he does. So now cat number 2 is going to join in. Here we go. Put that one through. And I love these laminating sheets. They're fantastic. And you're going to hear the cats eating their crunchy food in the background. I'm not sure what to do about that. Oh, look, my daughter's coming to rescue me. She's going to throw the food outside. Good job, Vivian. See if, oh, okay, thank you. Okay, well, that's going through. We're going to do this one. And I also have this Nature Math, 100 Hours Outside, Fractions All Around Us, an introductory unit. So this was included in a bundle that I purchased in September. I love those bundles. They always come with little surprises. And I thought this was a really fun one I was going to introduce in our homeschool. So I'm going to laminate this cover as well. Okay, that's 3 different curriculum I'm going to show you in this video. Like I said, this one was from a bundle. And I will try to remember the name of that bundle down below. But usually with those bundles, they only sell them once. So I think I'm better off linking the name of the company for this particular piece of curriculum. So I'll do that down below. The final piece of curriculum that I wanted to show you today that I'm going to do in this bind with me is Jessica's, again, from the Waldock Way, her Holiday Around the World. Yeah, so I purchased her Holiday Fun Around the World. Now I already laminated this cover, but I need to Proclick and bind it all together. Now she did an update that I printed off. So I'm going to end up binding this in 2 separate bundles because I only bought the one package of spines, and that only goes up to 85 sheets, and that's over 100 pages. Can't remember exactly, but I know that it's too many. So I'll break that up into 2, which I'm totally fine with, because when it gets too many pages, I find it feels a little unmanageable to work with, and I much prefer having something smaller, which is why I do this binding in the first place. I love the flexibility of it, and then you can turn, all the pages around, which I'll show you at the end. Now, for the back pages of each piece of curriculum, I purchased, now I noticed in Jessica's video, she laminates the back page, but it might depend on what she's purchased. So I just went to Staples and bought this colored cardstock. I'm going to take it out. And there was really nothing special other than I really liked the colors, and they had some metallic colors in there, which is kind of fun. For example, yeah, the metallic purple. Yeah, it was really about pricing as well. So this isn't necessarily one I'm totally recommending. I'm just saying that's what I picked up. Now, I use these as back sheets. I'm not laminating them, like I said. One of the things I noticed when I did a few things last week, I'm just going to set this aside, was it didn't all fit together properly, and I couldn't figure out why, and then I registered why. These need to be trimmed to fit. So if you see the difference here, I don't know if you can see the difference there, but here's plastic, it's still showing there. So if I put these together like I did, this is way too large. So I'm just going to take a minute and I'm going to trim this up. And I bought one of these, and I have to say, if you're going to bind or do laminating, and especially the laminating with all those little nature cards, that sort of thing, my goodness, I wish I had bought this last year. And what is this one? This is a Fiskars. Just going to take a minute and trim that up. Well, could have been a little bit neater there, but anyway. Oh, that looks... All right, well, for that one, I did too much on one side. Oh my goodness. Anyway, wasn't supposed to be. Okay, so I took too much off on this. Look, I was thinking I was supposed to take the white off. I was not, just the plastic. Okay, I'm going to set that aside, and this is one of the things that I love about this Proclick, is once I put this together, I can go back easily and open it up and add the cover. So that's fantastic, which is totally different than the binding that I did when I dropped it off at the printer. You have to trim it on all sides. Okay. There. Okay, that I'm going to put with the Holiday of the World. That's the back cover. And really, I need another cover. I need 2 of these because I'm going to split up Holiday around the world. It's been so long since I actually purchased this Kidspreneur. I can't remember. I can't remember that much about it. I'll be curious to see myself. I know that I received an email at the beginning of the year saying that they had a new membership site where they were doing things monthly, and which I thought was kind of interesting. I didn't sign up this year. We have too many things going on. Now this is from buildyourlibrary.com. This is written by Emily Cook, and this is for the first book only. So this is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone Unit Study. I've heard really great things about this, and I keep saying this in videos, but I really wanted to do a Harry Potter study this year. but we have too many other things going on. I didn't feel prepared to start that, and I didn't like the idea of trying to rush to do it. And there's a lot of material that I'd like to have for that study as well in terms of resources, and I don't have them all yet. And to be quite honest, there's quite a few things I'd like to have for it, and it wasn't an investment that I wanted to make all at once, especially where if you saw our video that showed our curriculum choices for the year, we have a lot going on. And one of the things that I'm doing this year is world studies, and I bought a huge number of books for that. And so I put our budget, the majority of our budget, into the world studies, and I feel really good about that. But that just means in terms of Harry Potter studies, I'm going to collect things over the next year and look towards doing that next year. And to be quite honest, I bought a couple different Harry Potter curriculums that I'm going to combine. So I'll talk more about that later in another video. Okay, so there you go. Now, just a little note if you're anything like me, and if you have a white border for your covers, just put them against the backing so you don't cut off too much from your picture. Okay, I'm going to set that aside as well now, and that is garbage. And we're going to move on to the Proclick binding. Now, it can do up to, I think, 6 pages at one time, but I'm going to do the cover by itself. So slip that in. And I like to hold it. I don't know how much you have to hold it. I do. Now you see that? Excellent. I'm going to start off with this one because it's one of the smaller, and there's still quite a few pages there. But so now I'm going to do this, and I guess I'll play some music maybe in editing. And then, do the back sheet. Okay. All right, I'm gonna put this one together. Now, one of the things that is suggested when you read the directions that come with this Proclick is to put the back page on the very top when you're finished. So, now, I found this a little bit awkward. Here we go. So there's a sheet. I didn't make sure that I had it in all the way. Oh, that's a couple of them. That's a couple of them. So I'm probably going to end up having to reprint those. They'll be falling out, obviously. For now, I'm going to put them in there, and I will do that after this video. Yeah, there's another one. Okay, this is going to be a video of what not to do. Apparently. Scary part is it's not the first time I did this. Okay. But there, learn from my mistakes. Hopefully I'll learn from my mistakes. And Michael, I'm filming, hon. All right, put the back cover on the front as per the instructions with the Proclick. Then you put them together. And it did come with a thing to help you do this, but I find just pushing them together works just fine. All right. Obviously, the more pages that you have, the more you have to hold it steady so that they don't come out. But see here, they're just snapping together. All right. Now you just flip that over, and now it's on the back. And there you have it. And there's a few pieces you notice I didn't do it perfectly, so anyways, I'm more than happy with that. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the other ones, and then I'll come back and kind of show you certain pieces. Okay, I'm back. That took a little bit longer than anticipated, but I did discover another little piece of curriculum in my pile, which I forgot I had put in there to be bound. And this is Squilt, and this is by Squilt, and this is the Nutcracker Holiday Unit Study, and I bought this, I think, the year before last, and my daughter absolutely loves the Nutcracker. And if you haven't checked out Squilt, please do so if you want to put music appreciation into your homeschool. We subscribed there one year and absolutely loved it. Anyway, so now we have the Nutcracker all bound and ready for this Christmas. And I finished Jessica's Holiday Fun Around the World, and I bound this in 2 separate bindings. So that is ready to go, which I'm really happy about, and looking forward to using that this year. And this one I separated into 2. I still need to print off half of it, so I will add that in. It is one of the things I love about this Click Pro is I can go back and add them in, which is a good thing because I made a couple mistakes. I have to reprint a few sheets and go back and put them in. I will say if the pages get too much, I struggled quite a bit. Like with this one, for example, I definitely would prefer less in these. When it gets close to the limit, it gets a bit harder to shut them. And this was a Kids Preneur workbook, and I will put a link to this curriculum down below. Well, all the curriculum. And we finished the Nature Math. Isn't that pretty? Just all the colors. And then Build Your Own, the Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone Unit Study. So those are all the ones that we did today. I'm happy I get to check that off my to-do list and get to use some really cool new curriculum. And I hope you discovered something there that you can use in your homeschool. And I hope you get a good look at the Click Pro. I'm really quite in love with it. I wish I had bought it sooner. Yeah, if you saw anything there that you're going to pick up for your homeschool or use in your homeschool, please let me know in the comments below. It encourages me to keep making these videos. And I will see you with another video soon.